Hello.
Hello, chat.
Hi guys.
You prepared some questions from the special Discord Q&A session.
That's right. We opened discussion just for that and collected some questions. The first question is, are there any plans to increase the max amount of players that a clan can hold?
We had some time in StarCraft history when we had more member slots than 20 players, and that led to a full monopoly or some several top clans, which gathered all the strongest players, so nobody could stand against them. And as soon as we expand clan slots now, I think that the situation will repeat. Trust me, that's especially dangerous for global servers when they're less online than on Russian servers. What only we need to do is that clans should get more activities, not just tournaments. So if we will get more activities for clans, then maybe we will be able to add some slots to them.
For the rewards in this season, you must play 10 day games. Who know how 35 members can claim their rewards? A lot of members just cannot do that because there is no much games for this. And Go Sessions ask us about Forge Rework and Planeside mode. When Fraction War going to release, Forge Rework will be happening.
Forge location is the central location of our already known Norse. It's not for extraction shooters, so it's for fighting. If you had stalkers and bandits on the radio nodes, the situation wouldn't change. What we need is all these factions to compete with each other. We need something like PlanetSide here, and the main location for that is the Forge, because it's the center, and it needs to be larger and wider and to keep some war mechanics.
So the next question is, what's so hard about locking clans to 15 players for lower end servers?
15 players for a low populated CS server for making clans more active, something like that. Okay, it's a great point, but I need to discuss it because I don't really know what to answer. Maybe it's a great idea, maybe it's not, because of some problems that I just can't
I think
identify
it is a
now.
great idea because in CS server very low population.
We should have 10 players.
Maybe 10 player, maybe 15 players. We need to talk about it with communist.
Yeah, the less server is populated, the less clans are there.
True.
We will come back later to the CS servers. What do you think about we invite someone to stage?
Yeah, okay.
A proposition about the clan wars and the matchmaking. If there are 4 clans that have a ranking of C tier or more, why don't they just challenge all together against these 4 clans, and the other clans will face against the other tier. So a clan that is D tier will face E tier.
So there are some low occupied ranks which don't really get many competed clans. So, and what should we do with it?
I think just wait, because for now in StarCraft there is only a second season for this. For now you just can't get that clan or person going to their MMR. Maybe in future a lot of clans going to their MMR and get their limits.
Our game designers will are now looking for the results of the first season, and if there will be something like low populated servers, they have too many ranks, I think that there's a decision to lower the amount of ranks.
So I think we need to going to talk with communist and going to some repair and AC and maybe EU servers for this, because yes, when in your server there is only 10 clans that are going to play, it is strange and it is must be fixed.
We know that we need more appeal to new regions, something like publishing teams that will have more stronger connections with developers, so the games will adapt to some local circumstances more faster and more effectively.
Okay, next question. When is Pancor Jackhammer getting nerfed?
The shotgun in the 500 level. For now, we don't really see that it is as overpowered as some people make it out to be. It only performs well at some ultra close range distances and is really useful in some tight close quarters session maps, maybe in some clan war zones. If we ever touch it, I think will be about some comfort things like increasing recoil and something like that. What can you add about Jackhammer? You're smiling a lot.
My honest reaction,
Yeah.
there is AA A12.
Yeah.
There is Pancor Jackhammer. A12 it is loot from case like a new year. Not a lot of can do this. A12 need drum. Yes.
Yeah.
Jackhammer needn't nothing. And Jackhammer, for now, a lot of players that play StarCraft get Jackhammer because Jackhammer with our system of Battle Pass, it is free.
Yeah.
It's ultimate weapon. When we come to the B playing Clan Wars, a lot of enemy with this Pancor, it is not good.
It's not good, but it's the exact point of the whole map. So there are no jackhammers in every point.
Jackhammer, it is ultimate weapons from some close distance and some maps. Yes, true. Some of the reasons that Jackhammer is not good for now, it is because Jackhammer have a lot of players. A12, it is unique weapon. Beretta or MK47 get everyone, and it is meta for now.
I don't see really many players with Beretta now in
Beretta. It is meta. When a lot of people get top tier weapon, it's going to be meta. Beretta is just comfortable gun that can kill.
Okay, but in long distances, there's maybe STS is better.
I told you that STS or A12 it is guns that you claim from the cases.
So,
but Beretta, you
is
just
meta
claim,
connected to the popularity? Because meta is something like about the best weapon that you can get.
Okay, for now, something of the best weapon on the game, I think it is my opinion. It is like a SR3M or Little Boy or Serval. It is very good weapon, but you just can't get it. Forget Serval or Baby Boy, you need to that in the system mode.
Okay, understand. So it's not about meta, it's about too easy to get and too high stats.
Jackhammer, it is too easy to get. It is the reason why Jackhammer is toxic gun. A12 with drum, it is for now it is some of the best.
It's better than Jackhammer.
It is better than Jackhammer, but A12 it is more hard to claim.
So the situation may become better as the time passes because the season will close. The Jackhammer will go to our crates in the future when the autumn will repeat, and it will become harder to get players. They just get out of the game, they get other guns, so it has some time effect.
When maybe 1 year passes, you look on the media and see, can you please delete KS-23?
Okay, what about shotgun in clan crate? It's really hard to obtain. And the clan activity is a top tier activity in the game. So the top tier activity in the game, it should get the best shotgun, I believe.
Yes, true, but after 1 year.
Yeah, so someone will complain about it. We'll see.
A lot of people can get it, and on our media is going to be hated.
Okay, the first thing we should just remember that many people start complaining about it when they play session mode. And it's not really the main game, it's a place to test your equipment. Our main part is open world and it has some large distance. And in close quarters maps, there will be also a meta of close quarter weapons and shotguns. If they will be too popular, too imbalanced compared to maybe other close quarter guns, they should get something like more recoil, some comfort issues, but it's okay that in close quarter maps, shotguns, like the best quarter weapons, they are most effective.
True.
Does the balance department understand that they're doing with shotguns in general? How come that AL12, Daria and KS-12 Comrade suffer in PvP despite being shotguns designed for it? Why do they sometimes need 5-6 hits to kill, but Pancor only needs 2 or 3?
Jackhammer is stronger at ultra close range distances, so up around something like 6 meters. So beyond that it starts to lose to other shotguns, and past 10 meters it's like literally useless. About AA-12, it's better than Jackhammer with the drum, and it is more like universal in not only 6 meters but larger distances. It permits you to make more mistakes. So Daria, I don't think that we need to change something like so. Dry Arsenal, it's okay for its place in the game, for its price. What about Comrade? We're still figuring out how to improve it, as I heard from the balance team. But what they need is not just to turn it into a top tier clone of Saiga, which comes pretty soon, as ZUP permits me to say.
Also, what happened to the promise of never adding one shot into the game, but then adding a shotgun that can one-shot albatrosses right in the shoulders?
So the only area that caused the discussion of one-shots in the game was about sniper rifles. So when people used to traditional shooters and they come to our game and ask why do my headshots don't instantly kill, we explained to all these people that in open world game it is toxic. If a single camper he can shot you from a bush and will erase the 30 minutes of your farming if you have zero chances to counter his attack. It's not really great and it's really toxic. But shotguns aren't sniper rifles. With shotgun you just actually have to get right up close to someone, and it is a lot harder than sitting in a bush with a scope, especially when players have radars and they really detect you, as I said to Plastinka before. So the sniper one-shot arguments just don't apply to shotguns at all. Even if you have a strong build that someone kills you fast in session match, it's completely different situations than open world combat.
So, about the hard question. SIA server is dying.
SIA.
We need either new players coming from China with Chinese localization or cross-faction change. So clan war isn't dying. Every update after Inside Out kept getting worse as players in SIA server leaving each season.
The things after Inside Out update just became worse, and that is why people keep leaving from SIA servers. But we had Attack of Perimeter, maybe it was a great event. The reason why people leave in SIA, it's not about the game itself, but we also have some competitive mechanics in the end, and without enough players to participate, these mechanics won't work. For something to die, it needs to become alive first. SIA servers, they are kind of like of Greyjoys from Game of Thrones. They weren't alive from the start. Population of these servers, it has stayed consistently low for all the period of time. And for now, we need to invest in regional marketing. We need to localize the game to Eastern languages like Korean, Chinese, and etc. And we need to build proper community support there. When we first launched the SIA servers, we planned just to target on the English-speaking audience in all the Eastern region. But clearly that was a mistake, and we should have built a product team from the start. Yeah, we have our Korean product group, and we have some American product group too. The game will get someday some Chinese localization, so I believe that it's the main thing that will drive the things on.
Somebody write in chat, when can we expect session battle armor 3? What about armors in sessions?
I don't think we have some plans for it now. We can't make as many armors in the game as we make guns, so you can play with different guns. If they're even in the same type, they can be played something differently. But armors, they aren't the same, so they have only some specific targets, and it's really hard to make a new armor preset. On the events, on the seasons, we sometimes bring to the game new science costumes. This armor, we can just make some different types of that, but not really, we can't really make a lot of them.
I think we've talked in the past about 2 primary slots. Is that ever gonna happen?
I think maybe in future when our inventory was will redesign it.
Yeah.
I know that's gonna be happening, but when? Who know?
No, yeah, for now it's not in the
And
work.
I think when it's going to be to do, I think we're going to think about it, because to primary slots it is a good idea.
We need to redesign our inventory, because it's not just adding one more primary slot and it will just get all design of the inventory awful.
And not only about inventory, it's a lot of about all our GUI, like a minimap, like your armor, like your statistics.
It's in more near plans than inventory, so we have some nearest plans to redesign our HUD hood.
On the everybody I've ever talked to that's played RU servers and NA servers believes that the RU servers are higher tick rate. Is that true or false, or
False.
will that ever change?
No, there's the same tick rate in our servers, but we are working on
Higher tick rate, because higher tick rate is better.
some of the devs. They just have some things with the tick rate, so we're discussing that, and I just don't know what to say about when we'll get some changes with the tick rate, but it is the thing we started to tick into.
Any chance there will be another gold reward for the Christmas event this year?
There will be new rewards. The ZIV class heavy armor, it won't get there because it's already sold by 4 tickets. So there will be something new, but we won't spoil because it's like something surprise. Yeah. One moment about the Christmas tree event. So it will get traditionally like the Christmas tree, the Christmas tree ratings. It became something like a tradition, which is very useful, very great for the economy. All these rich players, they start competing and buy from the auction many presents. And all these people who collect these presents sell to the rich people. They get money from all these people. So we have the situation very great for the economy when the capital moves from the rich to the poor. And not to the poor, to the normal businessman. So and yeah, the Christmas tree events already had some limitations to the amount of presents you can buy in our shop. That thing, that rating, it's not like about the monetization, it's about some great effect on the economy. So many people, if they stop complaining about that and will think a little, they will just discover that they can make money from that.
After 1 month, when New Year is going to happen, I think from the next season you're going to claim free something mechanics.
Christmas mechanics or like updates?
Like Christmas mechanics, yeah.
Okay, so 3 Christmas mechanics, but not in the start, I believe. Some
Not
mechanics
in the
will
start.
appear after New Year.
After New Year,
Okay, yeah.
Yes, same.
And we are planning to have the winter for the whole 3 months of winter, so till the end of the February.
Snowman Bingo returns.
It's like decorations.
Not like Turbovik.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Snowman Bingo return. Guys.
Yeah, maybe it will be like upgraded for somehow.
Super Turbovik.
Okay.
Super.
Can you tell us something on Outpost rework that wasn't mentioned in one of the notes?
We got big plans for the Outpost update, and it is like faction wars, which Plastinka was talking a lot about. Yeah, and this whole thing, it has some several stages, and the first one is already in active development. We even tested it a couple of times, so players will finally be able to stop waiting forever for the system to randomly activate an outpost capture, and instead they will be able to initiate the capture themselves. So basically how it works, so you will enter a location and you check which outposts are currently capturable, so they start completing nearby events, cleaning patrols, and fill up a sort of outpost progress bar. And once that progress bar is done, you can trigger the boss spawn and activate the actual capture of the outpost. And that's not all. When you will capture the outpost, it won't just become useless for you. So for now it's a problem when your faction captures the outpost, the zone near him becomes useless. We will solve it by making some quests that you can get from the captured outpost, and these quests are usually PvP oriented. So something like that you had in Dead Man's Marathon, when you have a target to kill exact player before he gets out. That is what we are working on, and it will develop in faction war in the future.
When can we expect the new auction house to go live? The current system pretty much forces people to trade through Discord when it comes to bulk sales or high value items.
So about new auction, it's in active development, as I can say. So for right now, it has some human resources that are working onto it, and it's a really heavy mechanic that carries a lot of time, needs lots of time of designers, of programmers. So I don't know when we will finish it, but we already started it, so for some time ago. When the auction will be nearer to release, I think that we will get more information about new fees. Will they stay the same, or will get some new form? But what I can say for now, the fact that players say prefer direct trading isn't not about commission fees. It's also because the system itself is really outdated.
What's the queue for reworks? New features at the moment?
For now, we have some signals. You will be able to find a little dungeon that you can get into, and there are some different types of these micro dungeons. And what is interesting about that you will have the ability to find the dungeons which are about your previous boss fights. So you can go like searching for signals, and you can get into in maybe like twins fight, and you will get some new rewards for that. I don't want to spoil everything, so I can just go into some priorities that we have now. We stopped doing big events like Attack of the Perimeter, and we got into some more small events which were made more easily. We just got out of these all big events to get all our resources to 4 different priorities. It's live servers, it's all about extended seasons and some limited time events. We have onboarding, so it's all about the early gameplay which ends up in the bar. We have core game priority, so it's about tweaks and reworks of existing mechanics, so it's about upgrading everything that is already in the game. The 4th priority is end game, so it's ending new mechanics and late game activities. So all these directions, they are equally important. So for example, if the game is clearly lacking proper end game mechanics, and we are focusing on that already, we know about the end game. So but if we ignore the onboarding, if we ignore the early gameplay, very few players will reach that content. It is important in the same way. So we just starting to get more content into the game and not only events.
And guys, don't forget about that Engaged, it is a project of live service, and because we have Engaged, we have a lot of interesting stuff that going to release it in some time.
To compare with Attack of Perimeter, the Attack of Perimeter was made by like a third part of our team. Lots of game designers, lots of other people were working on it, and it just cost us many other mechanics.
There
so
also 2 or 3 programists. It is our
the
team.
half of the programmer team, yeah. And Engage was made by really few people, so that is why we now have in development many mechanics that StarCraft for a long time needed to develop.
Will you add the new skin for the Aesthete Token?
For now, we just haven't skin for to add, because for now a lot of our skin it is motif or 3D skins, and Aesthetic Token is not about motif and 3D skins, it is about skins, and skins for now we just haven't. And I think Aesthetic Tokens should be reworked when Wardrop is going to release. And Wardropping for now truly development, because personalizations, it is one of the stage of the Wardrop. When Wardrop fully released, Aesthetic Tokens must be reworked.
Starbucks, yeah.
Starbucks, it is. We don't talk about Starbucks.
Okay, and last one question, small question, personal for ZIV. How often you play in EU server?
I'm playing only in Russian server for now because it's like ping issues, so I didn't have really some targets to play on the EU server. But as I became controlling one of our publishing teams, which has the aim to bring NA and Euro or English-speaking regions more popular, there will be some need for me to like look into these servers, put an eye on it from the inside, like it was in the root server. So
The next question is, can we have a personal stash rework?
I don't really know is it in active development or it is like in the queue to active development, but I know that we had some plans to personal stashes rework in the summer, but we just only had some little changes, removed the ability to put artifacts there, to put big BART resources there. Yeah, that wasn't the target, so we didn't really want to just make the stages only for little BART resources. It's only a temporary measure. The stashes, they will let you store artifacts and rare loot, but anything left in hazard zones will slowly rot away. So that is one thing that will just maintain you from just putting artifacts momentarily into the stashes. And there is one more point interesting about the personal station, that storing artifacts will negatively affect the stash somehow, so it will maybe rot too or something like that, so it won't be easy to put artifacts there. Yeah, and the most interesting thing about the personal stashes, the new stashes, is that point. So when a player opens the stash and looting it, so it becomes visible and lootable to others for a short time. So there will be something like mind games with enemy players, or maybe not enemy players. You don't need to kill the player, maybe in wild northern locations. You want to just look where he goes. And if he goes to his stash, you look that he's like putting there something. And you will have something like 3 minutes or 5 minutes to loot his stash.
Has the game changed from what you had initially planned? If yes, what made you make that change?
The game is around to 11 years now, and of course it's changed a lot from what was originally meant to be. So basically, the game was an attempt to bring Stalker in online using some Minecraft as the base. We had some images in our head, but it wasn't a real plan. We were just Minecraft modders that just wanted to get fun and wanted to get like Stalker online. It was a dream for everyone in these years. So later, when we already taken everything possible from the Stalker concept, and the game started turning into something like a salad or a soup of disconnected different mechanics conflicting with each other. So we had to stop and think what we are actually trying to do. And that is how we slowly ended up as we are now. So we had some different iterations when we had different concepts, but for now we have MMO with all this progression, and it is the best thing that we could get from all the alternatives. The most important to understand about StarCraft is that honestly it's a game with no real analogs for now, and probably it won't have any analogs in the distant future, because games like Pioneer, it's more like Fallout 76 or something like that. StarCraft is a very specific MMO with an open world where PvP, shooter and RPG mechanics, they like dance together, often beautifully, but sometimes chaotically and conflicting with each other. So we have many difficult things that really matter, because our game has no one to compare with. So there is no one really we can take notes from. All of that, it affects our overall vision. So it keeps changing depending on what's happening on the ground, depending on how certain updates land with players. We have the target with all of the seasons and etc. We need to keep delivering new content to the game, to the players. And by the same time, we need to preserve the Stalker spirit, and we don't want to turn into something generic like Call of Duty has become. So when we keep in a close eye on that, and our art team always tries to make sure that new armor sets and ever skins, they stay true to the game's walls and tone.
What parts of the game you don't like how they are at the moment, but don't have the time or resources to change it?
I think that today we can talk about mutants, and that the mutants are still running on old AI. To be more precise, they don't have any AI at all. If you will take a closer look to operations, to all these new PvE mechanics, you will notice that all these new mobs in these PvE mechanics, they're usually NPC presets, because there are no mutants, as they are not running on our new AI systems. And the reason is simple: we need to spend loads of time to rework mutants the same way as we reworked NPCs. And only after that we will get new types of mutants and new types of creatures, like different kinds of boars, beasts, and etc.
And guys, don't forget that we are just learning how to make games.
Yeah.
It's not beautiful. It is beautiful games, but it is not best. I think we can do best, but we need a lot of time for this.
Our point is that we don't really need you to believe that we truly know what we are doing. But we're just trying to become better each year. We just working not to repeat all these mistakes. So we just want to evolve and to make it better each time. In caged cases, for example, for many players, they started complaining that the chances were too low. We know that it was our mistake. In the winter season, we plan to do something different with all these crates, just to be more fair for players.
Do you think StarCraft has much more casual appeal now that it did back then?
Lots of players, they often confuse lowering the entry barriers for newcomers with making the whole game casual, so it's different things. PvE can be hardcore too, it's not casual in operations. We are just constantly trying to make the difficult curve of our game more smoothly. It's becoming more welcoming to new players, and it gets content not just only for player killers, but for many different types of players that deserve the content too.
Like everybody, I'm waiting for the old nerf to finally make a comeback, but before releasing it, you, ZIV, mentioned something about reworking the looting system. Can we get an insight into what the rework is going to look like?
About looting systems, it will get some different models for looting, so you will just know that that thing can be lootable. And there are some more details about the spawn of the loot, about some measures that will help to prepare the next iteration of hideout. It's more something like about the backend, but not frontend. In frontend, you will have new decorations of lootable items, and they won't be the same as only props that just are not functional at all. There will be a choice. So the same guys are working on all of this. So we will make the one more operation that will be forever in the game. Or by the same team, we're making the temporary event Crow Arena. If we're making one Crow Arena event, it will sacrifice one operation.
I think we should wrap it up.
Okay, thank you a lot. I will try to more involve in chat with devs in Discord, to do more talk with you by text. And you should do it too. And you should involve more devs to go into chat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for listening to us.
See you soon, guys.
See you soon in Discord.
Thank you.